Welcome to Plant-Based Glow. I'm Jennifer Helene and I'm here today to share with you one of my newest, most favorite recipes. Now, I won't share anything with you unless I, of course, tell you that it's experimental, unless I've already tried it on a bunch of different people in a bunch of different circumstances so that you can see for yourself that this recipe is a winner. Let's face it, being healthy, everyone knows they need to be healthier. Everyone knows somewhat how to be healthier, but then they always feel like they're sacrificing. So my goal is not to sacrifice. My goal is to have abundance. So today I wanted to show you my newest, most favorite recipe, and it is a almond sour cream. And that's really what I call it as its base. It's a great recipe that you can use as a very versatile recipe. You could use it on bellinis to create, the sour cream flavor in a vegan sense. You could use it, also thin it down and use it as a salad dressing. You can add herbs and all kinds of other vegetables to make it into a delicious sauce. You can use it as a ricotta with pasta. You can use it as a dip with radishes or celery or whatever vegetable that you have in the fridge. One that we love is red peppers. So today we're using some star ingredients that we should all know. These are almonds. So I've soaked these almonds and dehydrated them. So they're really ultra crunchy. I'm just going to crunch one so you can hear it. Now, eating roasted almonds is just as bad as eating fried food. So it's really important that you understand that raw almonds are really important and organic almonds are really important. So I got these from a farmer in our region. I feel so fortunate to have an almond farmer in my region. And we're going to use that as a base. This is really what the sauce is made up of. I'm also using lemons. It happens to be citrus season where I live, and so these are Meyer lemons, but any lemon will work just fine. I have a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, some cayenne pepper. Today I'm going to add some turmeric. I'm really crazy about turmeric. I shouldn't say crazy, but I'm wild about turmeric because turmeric is such an exceptional food. This is what it looks like in its fresh form. If you don't have it in its fresh form, feel free to use it in its dried form. It's equally as good, but look at how incredible the color is. I mean, it's just so vibrant. As we all know, this is incredibly anti-inflammatory and it's supposed to reduce tumor size. And so it really helps your body to obtain an increased immunity, which has a myriad of effects for health-giving benefits. Almonds are also the only nut that is alkalizing, that I know of at least. So it's really great to eat alkalizing foods, and most nuts are acidic or acidifying. So it's really great to be able to eat something that's excellent for your skin. It's very high in vitamin E. So I love almonds and lemons. Lemons too are also an extraordinary food. All of these ingredients, there's a little bit of apple cider vinegar to give it a little bit more of a kick. If you don't use vinegar in your food, as many people don't for a number of reasons, then just leave it out. That's fine. And here's some filtered water. So this is a great dressing. I would highly advise against buying store-bought dressings unless you are really confident about the source. But the store-bought dressings usually have canola oil or soy oil or other oils that are really not the most ideal. You can also find olive oil-based dressings, but oftentimes the olive oil really isn't of the freshest quality. The problem is that these oils are perishable. And so when you buy a store-bought dressing, they need a longer shelf life. I mean, if I was the manufacturer, I too would be thinking about shelf life. So the reason why I feel so strongly about you making your own salad dressings and having a great base, versatile dip, sauce, or dressing is because you can have excellent fats from their source. All we're gonna do is blend it up. So I like to start with the lemons. So I just cut them in half, and then I have my really fancy, unique way of taking the seeds out. I mean, lemon juice is great for your skin, and my fingers serve as the sieves, so I don't get any lemon seeds in the blender because they're not very tasty, but the juice is exactly what we want. So we like to save our seeds. It's good just to rinse them off and let them dehydrate, let them completely dehydrate, and you could actually start to grow a lemon tree in your home. So definitely save your seeds for all foods, pumpkins, melons, lemons, any food that has a seed, you can save it. Tomatoes, cucumbers, avocados. I mean, all of those seeds can either be saved or planted. So definitely, they will mold if you don't, save and store them properly. But It's really, people say, oh, there's a seed shortage. Well, just start saving your seeds. It's really that simple. So we've got the juice of 2 lemons here. I would say this is a solid ½ cup of lemon juice, though. And these are extremely vibrant, juicy lemons. I mean, these lemons are so gigantic, they're like the size of oranges. But I do love lemon juice. Lemon juice is such a tonifying juice, and it's just so delicious. So you juice that, saving my seeds. I can rinse those out and decide what I want to do with them later. And then the next ingredient is going to be almonds. I'm going to use about cup and a half of almonds. And some Himalayan sea salt that's full of minerals. Using a little bit of a generous pinch, almost a teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. A little bit of cayenne to give it just that punch. I've got about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Use less if you don't like it that spicy. I'm going to use, how much would you say here? I would say about, it's like a 1-inch piece of turmeric, a splash of apple cider vinegar. Since it's raw apple cider vinegar, we got to give it a good shake. Just a splash. And believe it or not, this is going to dry out because the almonds are already dehydrated. So I'm going to take a little bit of water. That's about 1/2 cup of water. Then I have to grab the top of my blender and blend. Time, I never made cream sauces out of my almonds. I always used cashews before I learned about how cashews made me feel. I felt kind of hungover and bloated after I ate cashews. And then I started to use pine nuts. And then I started to use, macadamia nuts. So we go from, affordable and easy to find to extremely expensive and more rare and then, hard to find. So almonds are new for me in my new repertoire of cream sauces, but I have to say I've been using a lot of them lately and definitely feeling the difference, not only in my pocketbook, but also in my health. So now what we have is a really actually very thick sauce. And that's exactly what we were looking for. In the beginning, I got a little nervous because I thought, oh, this is too thick. Too loose. And I thought maybe it was going to actually end up being a salad dressing. But this is exactly the way we want it. And that's why I actually dehydrate the almonds before using them for this recipe. I could use them soaked, but it doesn't give me exactly the same texture. I'm going to need a spatula. So I like to store this. I'm able to keep this one a little bit longer than usual. Most of these sauces that I would make for salads and dips and whatnot, they would only last about 3 or 4 days. This one lasts a little bit longer, and I think it's because of the apple cider vinegar. I don't usually cook with salt or apple cider vinegar, but this recipe is really a keeper. And it may not be something that you eat every day, and you may be able to get the level of sourness that you like even without the apple cider vinegar. I just couldn't get that punch that I was looking for. But some ways in which I love to modify this is, of course, with the turmeric. That's kind of become my base recipe. But also with garlic. Garlic is an excellent addition to this. And then fresh herbs. So it turns green if you add fresh herbs to it. But if you're a parsley lover, parsley or even cilantro are excellent additions to this. So here we've got a great base sauce that you've got. And so if you got, if you buy your greens boxed, you can always, get your box of washed greens, grab this little jar, and you've got your lunch to go or your snack to go. And it's really simple. Just make this once a week or twice a week, and then you've really got everything you need. Or just cut up some watermelon radish slices. Take this in a wider mouth jar, and then you've got your dip and your vegetables. And I tell you, it is so satisfying. And it's so good for you. The fats in the almonds will really contribute to your glow, making you vibrantly healthy. And it's a great combination to make any salad pop. If you want to take some beets and slice them really thinly and put a dollop in the center and another thinly sliced beet on top, it could be like a raw beet ravioli with a little bit of kind of ricotta inside, this being your ricotta. And so there's a lot of ways in which you can repurpose this base sauce. But I'll tell you, eating a plant-based diet is so easy, especially when you've got a great sauce. So store this in the fridge in a glass container. This is a reused container I have from some almond butter, and put a top on it, and you've got it ready to go. So I hope you make this at home. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We want you to live healthier, be healthier, look at your habits, make some changes, and really start to get that glow to reemerge as you regain your health and vitality. Thank you.